Google ads and Facebook ads just officially became dinosaurs because OpenAI just dropped a bomb that changes everything we know about selling stuff online. For the last 20 years, the playbook was simple. You learn how to bid on keywords, you figure out how to target people on social media, and you optimize your way to a click. That era is over. The recent announcement from OpenAI about ChatGPT ads isn't just another update or a new feature. It is a complete rewrite of how brands talk to people, and more importantly, how we find the things we actually want to buy. We need to talk about what is actually happening, because if you are running a business or trying to build a brand, you are about to see the ground shift beneath your feet. OpenAI announced they are starting to test ads for users on the free and go levels. These ads are going to show up at the end of your chats, and they are going to match the context of exactly what you are asking. This is huge. Imagine you are asking ChatGPT for recommendations on a new laptop for graphic design. Instead of getting a generic banner ad for a shoe sale, you are going to see a suggestion that exactly matches the specs you were just talking about. This is what they call conversational advertising, and it is going to kill the old interruptive model where ads just screamed at you while you were trying to do something else. There are over 800 million weekly active users on ChatGPT. That is a massive number. It represents one of the most engaged groups of people on the planet. For small business owners who are tired of their ad costs going up and the complexity of traditional platforms getting worse, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. But here is the catch. You cannot just copy and paste what you did on Google or Instagram and expect it to work here. Success in this new world isn't about catchy slogans or interrupting people. It is about being part of the conversation. Let's dig into the details of this announcement because the philosophy behind it is actually kind of fascinating. OpenAI built this ad platform on 5 key pillars: mission alignment, answer independence, conversation privacy, user control, and long-term value. The biggest one here is answer independence. They have explicitly said that advertising will have zero impact on the organic answers provided by ChatGPT. That means the AI isn't going to lie to you just to sell a product. Also, they promise that the data collected from your chats isn't going to be sold to advertisers. This addresses that creepy feeling we all have that our phones are listening to us. It is also funny to look at the history here because Sam Altman, the CEO, was super hesitant about ads in the past. But the reality of the situation is that building and maintaining these massive AI models costs an insane amount of money. He basically came out and said that the only viable way to make this level of intelligence accessible to everyone globally is through advertising. It is a necessary evil to keep the tool free for the masses. But they are trying to do it in a way where people don't lose faith in the AI, which is a delicate balance. Now, let's get into the nerdy stuff, because this is where the marketing game changes completely. Traditionally, we have all been obsessed with SEO, or search engine optimization. We spent years trying to figure out the right keywords to get on the first page of Google. In this new world, we have to start thinking about AEO and GEO. That stands for Answer Engine Optimization and Generative Engine Optimization. This is a totally different beast. AEO is about providing the most accurate, helpful response to a specific question. GEO is about creating content that the AI systems trust enough to use as a source. We are moving from a world of keywords to a world of trust, relevance, and helpfulness. This is the birth of conversational commerce. Advertising is no longer about interrupting the user. It is about becoming part of the dialogue they are already having. Think about the future scenario OpenAI is painting.
Let's compare
Soon,
these two products.
you might be able
Product
to
A
ask
is
questions
this one, and
directly
product B
to an
is this
ad. If you see a product recommendation, you could ask the AI to compare that product with another option right there in the chat before you buy it. If this happens the way they think it will, traditional landing pages might become obsolete. Why would you click away to a slow, clunky website when you can get all the info, compare specs, and make a decision without ever leaving the chat window? This shift actually gives a massive advantage to small businesses. In the old world, the company with the biggest budget usually won because they could outbid everyone else. In this new conversational world, the budget matters less than the clarity and credibility of your message. If you can provide the best answer, you win. So, how do you actually prepare for this? There is a playbook emerging for the ChatGPT ad era, and it comes down to 4 specific steps. If you are a small business owner or a creator, you need to listen to this part carefully. First, you have to establish authority in your industry. Since the AI prioritizes high-quality, trustworthy information, you need to be creating content that proves you know your stuff. We are talking about long-form guides, original insights, and case studies. The AI needs to see you as a source of truth. Once you have established that authority in the reasoning layer of the AI, the ads just reinforce it. You aren't trying to trick people into clicking. You are proving you are the best solution. Second, you have to prepare for conversational marketing. Traditional ad copy is all about slogans and punchy one-liners. Conversational ads are dialogue-based. You need to start mapping out the actual questions your customers ask. What are their objections? What do they compare you against? You need to build a knowledge base that addresses these points as if you were guiding a friend, not selling to a stranger. The goal is to support the user's decision-making process, not just shove them toward a buy button. Third, you need to rethink the customer journey. The standard funnel we all learned, click an ad, go to a landing page, maybe convert, is getting dramatically shortened. In a ChatGPT ad experience, discovery, evaluation, and decision-making can all happen in a single interaction. Small businesses have spent years optimizing their websites to be helpful. Now, you need to make sure that information is accessible to the AI. Eventually, your product catalogs and support documents need to be connected to this environment so customers can get what they need instantly. The business that reduces friction the most is the one that is going to win. Fourth, and this is the tricky part, you have to measure your ROI differently. We are all addicted to last-click attribution, which basically means giving credit to the very last thing a customer clicked before buying. But in a conversational landscape, that doesn't tell the whole story. You have to look at the influence of the conversation. How many brand mentions are you getting? What is the quality of the leads coming in? A successful AI marketing strategy is about efficiency and improving the overall experience. The metrics might look different, but the value is going to be much higher because the people engaging with you are actually interested, not just clickbait victims. This is not just a trend that is going to blow over. ChatGPT ads are a long-term shift. Digital marketing is evolving into a relationship-based model built on relevance and credibility. Large enterprises are going to be slow to adapt to this because they are stuck in their old ways with their massive ad agencies and legacy systems. Small businesses can move fast. You don't need permission to start creating content that works for answer engine optimization. You don't need $1 million to start building a knowledge base that answers real customer questions. You have the opportunity right now to create your own visibility within the decision-making platforms that consumers are going to be using
Environment has been
for the next
reconfigured.
decade. The transition has already started. The testing has begun. The only question left is whether you are going to sit around and wait for the old methods to stop working, or if you are going to prepare yourself to take advantage of this new world before your competitors even figure out what AEO stands for. The future is conversational. It is no longer about who can shout the loudest, it is about who can be the most helpful. The rules have changed, and honestly, it is about time. This is a chance to make marketing less annoying and more useful, and that is a win for everyone.